then we bring in a show, but the way in which we've now started talking about it of this is continued training. So this show, you're going to see how we perform, but within this performance, watch the way in which we are communicating, the way in which we are using our eyes, we're using physicality, we're using our nonverbal communication, we are inviting engagement non-verbally, because frankly, when words no longer make sense anymore, find something else, find a different way to connect. And it's even from going into a care home recently and meeting Josephine, and Josephine hadn't been out of bed for 6 months, and when I said, what about if we get you out of bed? What about if we go into the living room today? What about if we go for lunch and we go and, because I'm going to do an activity, I'm going to play, I'm going to cause a riot later on. Come on, you'd like to be with me, wouldn't you? And using all of my technique to actually make Josephine confident enough to get out of bed. And then bringing in the carers going, okay, Josephine's getting out of bed today. I don't know how to use this hoist. That's up to you, but I will support you, and together we will make this happen. And that for me feels like the most important, ambitious change that I'm making, but not only for Josephine's life, but also for those carers to see, this is how you do it.
Yeah. It's trying to get around that task-based care culture, isn't it? Because actually, as much as you need those tasks to be done, looking at it differently, those tasks will get done, but yet you are offering so much more on a higher level of quality of care by just observing and doing things slightly differently. I'm probably getting, in fact, almost certainly getting so much job satisfaction out of that, rather than going, right, we've done meds, right, well, she won't get up, so we've just left her where she is, it's just those little things, isn't it? And if we could the care homes could just see that, as much as it might take longer initially, once you've got that ball rolling, it will save you so much time, money and effort in the long run, won't it?
And you can get things done faster.
Yeah, exactly.
And the whole point of care, the most important people in care is those residents and those residents' happiness.
Yeah.
And which is why every time I go in, I ask residents, I ask them two things. I ask, it was brilliant advice from another friend, Paul Caskell, who's worked in care for decades. And he said, if you ask these two questions, one is, what makes you happy? And the other one is, what do you think about the care that you receive? And the what makes you happy, so often I get from people, I want to move more, I want to get out of bed, I want to be busy. And then when you ask about the care, I've had people come back from, when people come in my room, they don't tell me who they are. And I talk to carers all the time about that. And I say, you may think, yes, I've been caring for Dorothy for 4 years. She knows me. She's living with dementia. Does she know your name? How long does it take for when you come in the room and say, good morning, Dorothy, it's Rachel. Yeah. I'm coming to get you dressed.
I can just envisage that speed of someone, a carer walking in a bedroom right next, walking in, morning, right, open curtains, that's what I mean about it being task-based.
Yep.
And that moment of slowness of walking into a room and saying, good morning. Like, how would you feel if somebody just walked into your room, threw open your curtains? You'd be like frightened and like a grumpy teenager, wouldn't you? There would be some resistance there straight away, wouldn't there?
Exactly, and that's what I'm passionate about, is looking at our behaviour and how our behaviour can have an impact on the people's behaviour that we care for. So we talk about this thing about, is it positive behavioural support? Is it? There's so many new phrases in care. about behaviour.